I ain't get to say about Udi. Then
I swear you're that.
Then I gotta die like that. You told my shit.
Town family. Town family. Town family. What's the biz? No. Hey. God damn. Keep that same energy over there. This man shot him on live. Time out. Hey, time out. Now y'all want to say what up. After I blow up. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Todd-Town. Another one. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. Another one, Todd-Town. Hey man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to Todd-Town. And like I always say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So you already know how I go. Peace.
I'm on live. You had them 2 hours.
You pretty go on your live.
Now you don't want the phone back.
No, I gave you a shot.
I ain't get to say about Udi. Then
I swear you're that.
I gotta die like that. You told my shit.
Pretty darn intense stuff here, guys. Honestly, if you're ever in a relationship like this, you should do the right thing and cut it off. Otherwise, you and the other person's life is in danger.
Facts.
The short clip that you guys just watched was a recent snippet from a longer live stream that took place on Facebook. And just after this live stream took place, the woman in the video recording, as well as the man that can be heard in the background, lost their lives. The woman in this video was a social media creator by the name of Duchess Dior. However, her online name was Zaria, and her husband was known as the Frenchman because he was a dog breeder, but his real name was Shamarcus. On June 14th of 2025, they went live on Facebook, and it was a very heated conversation where both of them would blame each other of infidelity, and they just kept butting heads, and things got more and more intense as the live stream continued. There were multiple points during the live stream where Shamarcus openly threatened Zaria by stating that he was going to take her life, but she didn't listen, and things only spiraled further and further out of control. At this point, because it's so recent, this is still an ongoing investigation, but shortly after the live stream ended, the police responded to a domestic disturbance where Zaria was discovered no longer alive, and her vehicle was gone, with Shamarcus presumably taking it. Shamarcus was then spotted roughly 80 miles away from the crime scene, and right before police were able to close in and capture him, he ended up neutralizing himself. As I said earlier, this is still a very ongoing case, so all the information we have is bare bones. However, you guys can see it's a very disturbing and sad one. There was a lot of foreshadowing, and it's very unfortunate things didn't go differently here. As always, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Yeah, this was a very unfortunate and sad case. I mean, there was so many people sending this to me, and I like I said, I've been doing a lot of research. I'm just kind of watching clips. I decided to react to this one because he made it kind of short and sweet. All the other videos, like he said, was very drawn out, very long. I mean, the live itself was very, very long. Too much for me to want to sit there and just kind of cover that in one video. But I just want to say, man, especially for those that's out there, if you're in a situation similar, get out of it. I see so many people in comments saying that they know people that's in a similar situation where they're being threatened every day by their husband or boyfriend. This should be a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I speak of what we manifest when we speak and think things. If somebody is telling you that they're going to unalive you, especially if they're telling you over and over and over on different accounts, I'm going to tell you eventually it will happen. I mean, this happened even quicker. I don't know if he had actually threatened her in the past, even before this live, but although she said some things that struck a nerve or brought some of the business to the internet that shouldn't have been brought forth, he in fact stuck with his word. So I just want to point that out of how serious situations like this can be. Like I said, if you watch the live, it was a lot that both of them said on both ends, and I think what did it for him is her mentioning a guy that he had involvement with that was supposed to be his best friend. Once she brought him up, that kind of to me sealed her faith, because it actually sealed his. Had he not taken himself out, he would have definitely eventually been taken out just due to the information that was that she, you know, put out there on that line. So, you know, there's a lot. It was a lot to this whole situation. Very toxic relationship. Just a lot of darkness to it. They were casting spells on each other. A lot of, just like I said, a lot of dark things that was going on in between the both of them. That it doesn't surprise me how it ended. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is during one of the news clips, they have mentioned her age. I want to say she was like 27, maybe 28, and he was like 36, 37. I know we speak of age and nothing but a number, but clearly even watching her live, I can tell she was a lot younger and immature. That was another red flag to me, just the age difference. And I'm not saying he was so much more immature himself, but just her actions showed me her immaturity. And I say that to say she could have saved herself is what I mean. You know, once he mentioned a few things that struck her nerve, she thought it was a good idea to struck even lower. Like I said, mentioning some things that should not have been mentioned. And I'm not putting it all on her, because at the end of the day, you don't pillow talk with your chick like that. You know, she shouldn't even have never knew about some stuff like that in the first place. But again, that's what brought them to that ending. And like I say, I advise anybody, if you in a situation like this toxic type of situation, get out of it. Save yourself. As it eventually end just like this, man. Y'all already know how it go. And again, RP to both of them. I believe they both had a daughter. They had just had a daughter. You see what I'm saying? So now the daughter got to grow up and hear about this. This was all online. Can you imagine how traumatic that'd be? You know what? One thing that sticks out to me is like with the internet and what we have nowadays with the technology. I don't think so many people think of the future with their kids. You know, now they don't have nothing to think about. They can't think at all at this point. But for the ones that's living, you know, when you go online and you decide to put yourself out there and put your business out there, especially when you got kids involving, do y'all not know how embarrassing that'll be for the kids later on in life? I speak of this all the time. It's an unfortunate thing to think about, because to me, I don't think people are thinking that far ahead. I'm always 10 steps ahead. And I always think to myself, like, damn, how would my daughter feel? How would my son feel if I had a situation going crazy online that's not only embarrassing for me, but that's going to be embarrassing for them later? You get what I'm saying? Like I say, again, RP to both of them. Unfortunate event. Man, y'all already know how it go. I'm checking out. Peace.
Yeah. Whoa.